GM and GN Non-Fungible community, and welcome to the Non-Fungible Creator Show. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible Today, and Non-Fungible Tomorrow. If this is your first time to this channel, a big welcome to you. The Non-Fungible Creator Show is a place where we invite project and NFT creators to come on the show to share their backstory with us and also about the project. So for our first show, we are very excited and very honored to have JD from Non-Fungi.com. JD is the creator of Non-Fungi.com. So GM to you, JD, how are you doing?
Good morning, GM, GN.
Yeah, GM everybody. So can you tell us more about, Can you tell us more about Non-Fungi.com?
Sure. Yeah, Non-Fungi.com. It's a website I put together, launched back in March. I basically changed careers and was trying to get back into web development. So I've been dabbling with some crypto and stuff, and I've always kind of loved messing with some websites. Kind of been messing with some WordPress stuff on and off for a while, but I took a long break. But anyway, basically I've just been looking at different, learning a lot from the development community on YouTube. And this is one of the websites that I've currently put together, and this one seemed to be gaining a lot of traction, and it's something I was really interested in. So basically along the way I was pretty much a beginner in the NFT space, and the website has been kind of like it's like my own breadcrumbs. Like it's my sort of resources that I've all put together that I actually kind of use myself every day just to keep up with what's going on. Like I've got like a news section, which has got like 3 different streams of news coming in every day from, so I've got Cointelegraph, Bitcoin News, Benzinga FinTech. And then of course I've got the blog as well. And then I've got some crypto links, like this was another site that I kind of developed. This was with Eat the Blocks on YouTube. It was a crypto dashboard. So I went through and sort of added some list sorting features to it. So this is the CoinGecko API, which is another, it was another domain name of mine, but like I've done with a lot of other pages in here, I've used the iframe, like a full screen iframe right on this one, and I've done it on quite a few like OpenSea collections, even some like different marketplaces. Obviously I'm not going to give any financial advice. I'm the last person to get financial advice from, but I link here to some different marketplaces as well. Like I've got OpenSea and Magic Eden. So there's tools and resources and drops. So there's something for NFT collectors, and hopefully there's some stuff there for web designers or people like me who are new to the space that want to try and get in it, want to try and figure out how to use a wallet, how to get Ethereum into the wallet, how to how to trade. And for me it's been there's been a lot of pitfalls, a lot of failed transactions, and so on and so forth. But so yeah, that's kind of the story of where it started. I started adding drops myself into this calendar, and then I put a contact form on the site, and then lo and behold, drops started coming in. So I've been sort of adding as many as I can every day.
Wow. So this is very inspiring. So from what you're saying is that you started off, you started this website as a place for you to collect different type of resources, add different links and stuff like that. And also to, have a better glance of, what's happening in the NFT world, because there's just so many drops happening. And that it started developing into more community driven, where people could submit the drops for free and put the projects up there, and to and it's also a win-win situation for you as well, because you get the latest news on the latest NFTs and also different crypto related news. So that's very inspirational, I think. It started off as an individual project, but now you decided to share this with the community. So you said you were not a web developer by trade, and you just came back into web developing. So what were you doing in the past 30 years or 20 years?
Well, I sort of moved. I was originally from England, moved back and forth a little bit, and I didn't graduate, but I studied music, percussion, performance. When I moved back when I was in England, I was right at the beginning of like a lot of email marketing phases, and I tried a little sort of network marketing businesses here and there, and I started getting into when I first started trying to learn HTML, I taught myself like with Notepad, and I've still got loads of books like DOS for Dummies and XHTML and DHTML. I've got Eric Meyer on CSS, and I've got
it's very nostalgic.
Paint Shop Pro 5.
Yeah.
Right next to my Diablo 2 strategy guide.
Wow.
I started off way back then in the early 2000s, I guess it was. And I started to make some like landing pages with autoresponders and stuff like that. And back then there was loads of programs around like it was like MLM, or it was the beginning of like StormPay was a payment processing thing, and then I guess PayPal came around about the same time. And there was loads of different there was a lot of spam flying around as well, and there was a lot of different sort of programs where it's all about building an email list or using autoresponders and stuff. So but after that I kind of dropped everything and I came back to the US, and then so I got married and we had a son, and I'd always kind of liked tinkering with things like mechanically. So I probably should have stuck with it, because thinking back now, like if I'd have stuck with it from 2005 or 2006 was when I went in and became a mechanic. So I worked on like small engines, and I worked on like trenchers as well for some different dealers and some mom and pop shops and some like outdoor power equipment stuff. And then for the last 7 years I've been working on forklifts. It was taking a bit of a toll on my knees and stuff, and I hadn't really sort of moved up into management or anything. So after the COVID and everything, I just I'd sort of done okay for a little while on some stock like OTC and stock investing, but really that hasn't lasted. So but anyway, pretty much full time trying to keep the drops adding to this, and trying to build some income from it, and trying to just be like a freelancer. There's a lot I need to learn, I need to study so much more. But when I came back, from Notepad or Coffee Cup, cute HTML or whatever it was, as soon as I opened up VS Code, I was like, wow, that is awesome. Like, you got all your projects you can have right there, and then Node.js. And so I've done a few like YouTube tutorials and stuff on so I plan on trying to keep learning like JavaScript, and maybe be able to keep sort of developing non-fungi, maybe can get it, just get it so it's better, that you can see the drops that are happening, or just make it more user friendly or user interactive, or build some kind of like community around it. I think I probably need to upgrade my hosting and make sure I'm prepared to be able to see the database grow and keep it all going. So
wow, so it is very inspiring, because what you have been saying is that you have witnessed the beginning of Web 2.0. Back then when we were using those web coding for dummies, but now everything is online. You have YouTube videos, you have Medium articles. And now you are, you are, because everyone say in crypto and Web 3.0, we are early, right? Well, right now retail is coming in indeed, but you are indeed very early in terms of building things, because you are like, I don't think there's a lot of NFT drop related calendar website out there. Well, there are more and more now, but you started, back way earlier than a lot of NFT websites. So that's really impressive. And
I don't know if I'm really that early to it, because I've seen like NFT calendar, and I've got a bunch of links to different calendars on there, but probably like say maybe in the grand scheme of things, still quite early to it. But I still need to educate myself on the history of NFTs, and they've been like the Bored Apes. I don't know how long the Bored Apes has been around, and Crypto Kitties and all the rest of it. So I'm learning a lot every day, and it's great to be sort of rubbing shoulders with different NFT projects and everything. I mean, once the drop it gets submitted, I'll add it as fast as I can, and I'll email whatever the email comes through. I'll email them back with the link, just to say thanks. And sometimes that can lead on to some other emails back and forth. And like with the guys from Art 101, they were real friendly, Carty Sewell and those guys. So I've really kind of which can take shined towards those guys, the Art 101. But it's great. I'm inspired by a lot of the websites that I see every day. For the most part, I'll check the website, the Twitter, the Discord, and I'll scroll through, and I'm just blown away by a lot of the websites that you see now. Great graphics, great loading times, a lot of activity going on. You scroll down the page and everything sort of flies in, or just amazing. It's a lot of fun, looking through them all. I sort of wish I had more time to, I don't know, document it as I go. So I may try and do some sort of daily or weekly YouTube shows on that as well, where I can just basically, I can show you here. I can, if I'm on my Discord, I actually post every drop on Discord. So the latest one to come in today, had a Realm, Night Dom, Bull Run, Moon Boys. These are all this morning, yesterday. So I figure I can maybe try and branch out and do some more sort of promo stuff for the NFTs coming in by kind of showcasing them on a weekly or daily show. Futera United.
So this is very interesting, because when you just scroll through your Discord, you see a lot of projects, and as someone who has seen a lot of projects,
94 added last week, Sunday to Sunday.
94.
Counted 94. Wow. Yeah. So it's about,
and you do all of this manually.
Yeah, I take they come in through an email, and right now I'm adding them all manually. So hopefully it means they're vetted more. There's some that I won't put on there where it looks like someone has just is ripped off some like Instagram pictures,
like scam projects,
scam projects. And I'm like, well, a couple of them got through the net, and I realized that that's probably a scammer, because they're trying to sell everything at the same price and on OpenSea. And you can't really verify that it's them, even though they'll link to the actual artist's links on OpenSea, but then it's not verified, and it's only just been added like yesterday or something. I'm like, nah, that's like, I forget who it was, the guy that has all the balloons.
So I don't think we need to open names, but on behalf of the community, I would have to thank you, because you're kind of like a gatekeeper. You have 90 or 100 projects coming in. You have to go through all of them one by one. You have to go through all the websites one by one. How much time that you might have spent on working on this, and also, so this actually goes to
about 20 minutes to list. If I don't get distracted, like I'll often get distracted. I'll open up like Wow Radio, and I'm listening to a tune, and then
it'll be like, that's the musician kicking in.
This one added yet, so
So, as someone who has seen, hundreds or maybe thousands of projects, what are the good ones that really still impresses you today, or what are the ones that are so bad that you still remember today? Well, you don't have to tell us names, but it's just that we want to let people know about, how they could follow good projects, how they could, avoid bad projects.
I don't know. It's difficult to say because I think there's a lot of people put their heart and soul into a lot of these projects, and some of them, might not take off. And then I guess the ones that stand out are the ones that are able to regroup and figure out a plan. Like they might have to close the mint or delay the mint, or they might have to like lessen the amount that are minted. And see, it's tough. And I see a lot of them scrambling. And obviously there's other ones drops that came in that sold out like earlier on. I guess it was earlier in September. I think just keep doing what you're doing, and I'm seeing more and more like I guess DAOs and kind of like coins and tokens, and even though they might be worthless and maybe really collectible, you're seeing more and more things linked to the metaverse.
Yeah.
So I don't know, what was the question? Share my advice?
Yeah.
Well, one thing maybe don't, when a user goes first to the mint page, perhaps hold off on popping out the MetaMask window and make that like you click to get it open. Sometimes that gets in the way or can be annoying I think to visitors if it's trying to get you to connect to MetaMask straight away.
Okay.
But there's probably about 50-50% of drops now are probably coming in on Solana. We're getting a few on Immutable, IMX.
Okay. IMX, yeah.
Some is like Binance, BNB, some Phantom, obviously Solana, Cardano, Polygon.
Yeah.
So those are the main ones right now, and I'm starting to try and like develop separate lists, that are on, like when I add them to the calendar, I can add a category to it. So and those categories are then searchable or listable on the front end, I guess you'd call it.
Okay.
So then you can categorize, so I can have just Cardano, just Solana, and so on listed. So
okay, so what you're saying is that, because from what I hear is there's only one word comes to mind, and that is you gotta hustle, because you're saying that there's different projects, and as spectators we could comment or critique a project, but because as someone who's seen a lot of projects, you see a lot of effort being put into it. It's better not to critique. It's better to support a team, like a genuine team that is worthwhile supporting. The reason why we buy NFTs, basically you're not investing in the image themselves. You're basically investing in the team and the efforts. So support the team, and also from what you say is now a lot of projects are going multi-chain. So we gotta be NFT creator has to be chain agnostic. Like it's not everyone going to Ethereum. Ethereum is the OG. Everyone respects that. It has that variability and stuff like that. But because other chains are coming up as well, and because in order for NFTs to really work, retail must play a part. And if the gas fees are so high all the time, retail or people latecomers just can't get in. So from what you said, you were talking about some layer 2s like Immutable, which is a Ethereum layer 2. And then you were talking about Cardano and the Solana NFT. So that is indeed a very interesting thing that we can see that, more and more creators are building on different chains. More and more projects are becoming even more decentralized, as you said. More and more DAOs and, and also utility, where maybe you could own an NFT and then it generates passive income for you in the form of tokens. So, so that is very important. And as what you said, hustling, you got to work hard for your project. And from what I see is that one of the reasons why I invited you here is, I have a lot of respect for you. You left your previous full-time job, and then now you're creating this website. It started as a personal hobby, and it's quite obvious, and you have all the links
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's kind of like a notepad for you. And then now
It
you're
is, yeah.
opening it to the public, and this is very meaningful. And
Yeah.
so the reason why I invited you is that I want more people to know about your story. It's a
Thanks.
very special story. And so I just wanted to know, how could people support you? Like you have NFT creators coming in, people listing the projects. How can they support you? And then you have NFT collectors, people who are getting valuable information from you, because you basically do everything for them. You did your research, you filter out the bad projects. So how do these two parties support you in the near future?
I think I don't know. I mean, there's always, there's so much that can be added. I think, like maybe from a community standpoint, or just tipping, or I might maybe try and build up some kind of whitelist thing, or do some giveaways or something like that. But really, for now, I think just keep coming in with the drops, and I'm trying to build sort of better packages for trying to maybe do some promos, just some, like, I don't know, the banners, all the rest of it. And at some point, I'm probably gonna have to try and, like, collaborate and farm out some, or get some help and maybe automate some stuff.
Yeah.
So
So I have your
I will
website.
try and, I was going to say, I will try and build some of my own NFTs at some point. I enjoy messing around in, I use Paint. I mean, you have to forgive me. I use Paint 3D, but I've also got Inkscape, and I use Foss tools as well a lot. Like I can optimize banners. You can go up to optimize those GIFs. And I use a lot of online tools like that to sort of mess around with some graphics. And I've started trying to do some memeing with on such wow. So that's a lot of fun, but it sort of builds like skills as well, like doing a little freelance stuff for my dad as well, who he's been in like leadership development for a long time, and he retired. Now he's still working. Some always so much to learn. I want to be able to do I'd like to learn the coding, the scripting, also the art side of it. Like, so I might try and do like a generative collection on Solana, like the Aura group. They got an interesting thing on there where you can burn one of their NFTs, and then they'll either create you a custom one, or they'll help you design or build and launch like your own mint. So maybe I'll try and look at doing something like that in the future, like have a meta key or some kind of thing that creates good value for like visitors or members to Non-Fungi, or try and utilize some kind of NFT way of like maybe paying for some like advertising or listing, or supporting us that way. So
So do you mind, like, because I have your website pulled up right now, maybe you could show us where people could submit the drops, and if they were to support you, how they could do it?
Sure. Well, obviously, if you wanted to join the Discord, there are links to that right here. Submit the drop up on the contact, and you can scroll down, submit it here. I can switch to, got a light mode and a dark mode. So it's just a basic form. I might redo the form because I think I need to also mention that I should be really accepting WebP images as well. So I can use SVGs and WebP. So yeah, once the drop comes in, I try and get them listed as quickly as I can. I'll try and add links to Twitter and Discord and stuff like that. Anyone wanted to tip or pay, there's a buy me a coffee link on there, and then the actual like donation page has got a ton of different payment. I've got a Stripe account and Solana, like a Phantom wallet, and Wow Nero, and a bunch of different coins. And that's another MetaMask account of mine. And there's actually a video on adding this payment box here to a WordPress site.
Okay, so there's a lot of ways that people could support you on your website. That's
Yeah,
already
buddy.
there that you just shared.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much the questions I have to ask.
Cool.
Do you have
Thanks for
anything
doing the
else that
show.
you'd like to share?
Yeah, I would say thanks so much, TC. I've been you submitted your where when square meets circle, and I've
Thank you.
always
Yeah,
that's kind of stood out to me as being making you think a little different, and you had the postcards part of it as well, and
yeah,
so I'm looking forward to maybe helping you out with some or working with you on some uh, you know, drop interviews, or I'll come on again at any time.
absolutely. Yeah, I would love
Talk
to.
some more. We'll see where we're
Yeah,
at in a few months or something.
yeah. And I would like to share more with the viewers, like if they're listening, how we met. So basically, I don't know you before like a few months ago. Okay. So what
Mm.
happened was that I wanted to create an NFT collection as a layman, and I went to OpenSea. I uploaded pictures, unique pictures as NFTs, and I created a website. And then what I did is I went to Google and I searched, NFT calendars and stuff like that. And I found nonfungi.com.
Really?
And I
Yeah.
submitted my NFT to you. And then you just got back to me. You were like exactly what you were saying. Like, oh, here's your collection. I uploaded it. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's very nice of you. And then we started chatting.
Thanks. Yeah.
And then we were brainstorming about doing giveaways or something like that. And then you were talking about a postcard, which was another giveaway that I was doing for another collection on Polygon, which is a layer 2 solution
Yeah.
for NFTs. So I think one of the beauties of NFT is that, like, if you don't mind me jumping in and saying, is that in the past, there is no common topic. Like, it's very hard for me to find a common topic unless it is about music or something like that, or maybe web development. But still, I wouldn't be able to reach out to you because, you are in the US, I'm all the way here in Asia. So we're basically in two different time zones. It's 11:30 here. For you, it's in the morning,
Yeah.
10:30. But it is because of Web 3.0 and NFTs.
Yeah.
It created a way for people to connect that
Yeah.
has never been available before.
Yeah.
And it's very exciting what the
Artists,
metaverse will bring.
coders,
Exactly.
venture
Exactly.
capital. I mean, everyone's like,
Yeah.
and there's drops coming from around the world. I mean, most of the time zones is UTC. I think there's a good
Yeah.
good amount. There's all over Australia,
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand, and Singapore,
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. So
Wow.
and like you're saying about the search engines, that's one of the things that I did sort of learn about earlier on. Is I used to I had a e-zine or a newsletter. It was internet marketing related. I used to send out from back in the day. It was like Frank Bauer had like this add to it program or something like that, where it was I guess Perl scripts. It was in the CGI bin, so I learned about installing some scripts, and I bought like rights to a bunch of scripts from a company. I don't think they're around, but it was like Promotech Consultants in Australia. So I had a suite of auto submission and like meta tag generators and some Earl rotator scripts. I've still got them, but they're all like outdated PHP scripts now. But that's when I learned about keywords like avatar. The content in your your web page is what the search engines will look for. So that includes like the page title, titles
Yeah.
on the content throughout. So if you got all the right keywords in there, then that gives you much better chance of being picked up on the search engines. Like you said, for like, I don't think I'm really that high for NFT drops, but if you were to put in like NFT calendar
Yeah.
drops, then maybe a little bit higher, or upcoming NFT drops, and you can link like Google Search Console and analytics and stuff, so you can get a little feedback from that. When as you're going. So I've been sharing most of my stats. I've been sharing the cPanel Webalizer stats.
Okay. Do you want to share with us right now?
Yeah, most of it I post on the site, just up at
Okay.
site stats. So this was from October. It doesn't show you the terms, but it's all terms like upcoming NFT mints or NFT drops or NFT calendar.
Okay. So all your statistics on your website, your data, you upload it on a daily basis. So
Not
NFT
daily,
creators on a monthly basis?
these I've been uploading these. This is the Webalizer stats, maybe 2 or 3 times a month
Okay.
since March. I don't know how how accurate these stats are or what actually hits mean, but this right here, I think I did a bunch of like optimize and caching, so I don't know if that has actually helped.
Okay.
There's less hits right there, but you can see daily average something like 100,000 hits or something crazy like that. And
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know the visits here if that is, daily 3,000, but then you look at analytics. It's right now it's around like 400 or 500 or something unique users, so that's completely different. And I don't know how the measurements work, or if there's some sort of ad or tracker blocking things in play, which is
Oh yes, indeed. Like if they have an ad
stuff like
block,
that.
it might stop them
Yeah,
from
or
recording on Google Analytics.
virtual
Yeah.
private networks and stuff, which is fine and all that. So in terms of like advertising, Google AdSense does like really terrible on that site because I think everyone uses ad blockers. So, but hopefully the actual, when I insert banners, like I've got a banner inserter, so we could go to any drop, go to the next drop, Rangers FC, Rangers Football Club drop, coming up. So this here is inserted. So this is right now links to a online like yoga thing, but this guy can use like in promos as well. I could insert someone's banner in there. And I guess that wouldn't be blocked because it's not like an ad network or anything like that. It's just
Okay. So it's part of the
link.
website.
Yeah.
So NFT creators could, feel free to add their ads in your website and it would not be blocked because it's a content on your website.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I only have like limited space. But I try and make it work that way and add some value to being listed. And there's all sorts of things I can do. Like I can fly in these little drop-in boxes. I can embed tweets and stuff right here.
Okay.
Just try and spread the word and get some good traffic to all your NFT drops.
Okay. So I guess because we're almost overrunning, we have been here for 35 minutes. So and I don't think we have any questions from the live audience. Well, it makes sense because this is our first live stream, and but thank you so much for being here. And I think this really concludes the end of our show. Unless you have something else to say, JD, do you have anything else to say?
No, buddy. Just thanks, man. Thanks a lot, and keep up the good work.
No, thank you for supporting. Really appreciate it, and it's really inspirational, and I hope that people would watch the recording, because it shows how it started out as a hobby, and now you're trying and you're hustling to make it into a business or something that could provide for your family. And it's really inspiring. Like awesome. You're chasing your dreams. Like you have been building. You have been building in the past, back in Web 2.0. You have been building, with machines. And now you're building in Web 3.0. I mean,
awesome, I like the way you put that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like right now, the market might be down. But, you hustle and you build and, you build something. Like now we can see it. That's the whole point about Web 3.0. Like, as long as you build, whether if people come or not, it's fine. But at least you have a result to show, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to keep building, definitely for sure. I want to get back into some more like coding kind of stuff, do some more tutorials.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like you said, different blockchains as well. I think there are different frameworks. Like I don't know if you've heard of Reach. I think there's a framework like that can help you launch on different blockchains. I know some projects like they were getting ready to launch on ETH, but the gas was way up, and they postponed it and were able to launch on Solana. So I know I don't know, you know, more of the diehards and everything. I think Ethereum's always going to be like
absolutely
the king of the castle, I guess, you know, to a certain extent. But I think, like, you know, you're still early enough to where there's a lot of opportunity on a lot of other blockchains as well, I guess.
Absolutely. Talking about Solana, I thought of this framework. I think it's called Metaplex. It allows you to deploy and create your NFTs on Solana and create your own marketplace. So maybe that could be something that you could look into in the future.
Metaplex, yeah. And I had a buddy talking to me about CeeLo. I haven't looked into it yet.
Okay. But I think this is indeed very exciting. Basically, what you said is that everything you've done is self-taught.
Yeah, for the most part, a lot of books,
for most part.
But you know, self-taught from YouTube channels, like you know, I've got them basically all listed on the site. You got know, Brad Traversy, the Net Ninja, Ania Kubo, and you know, there's like DevEd, or there's some great channels, and you know, So that's why.
I'm looking forward to see your next step, like what you're gonna build. I think it's gonna be hopefully an NFT project, and you could mint, you know, put your non-fungi and then promote your own NFT project, you know, and then people could mint it. But this time you have to press Connect Wallet in order to open your wallet instead of just the prompt up. Yeah. So we'd love to have you some other time of the show, you know, to share more other different type of stuff. It's good to meet up, and thank you so much for being on the show. So for everyone everyone who likes the content, feel free to like and subscribe and press the bell notification button for upcoming shows. And if you really want to support both of us, feel free to follow us on social media. The links are in the description link below. And until next time, have a great day and live life non-fungibly.